So we're obviously going to go for the hardest difficulty setting. And we are going to play as Jill in her classic costume. Let's get started, shall we? I've been looking forward to doing this for a while.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone, situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we are searching for the helicopter of our compatriots, Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of their mission.
Haven't found it yet?
No, not yet, Brent. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. The Bravo Team was sent in to investigate, but we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
Bravo Team's helicopter was a derelict. Save for the remaining body of Kevin. We continued our search for the other members, and it turned into a nightmare. This way. Damn it! Make for that mansion!
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Barry, and myself. We don't know where Chris is.
It begins. I thought I'd stay quiet for that cutscene.
Not quite your ordinary house, that's for sure.
Hey, Wesker, where's Chris?
Jill, no. You don't want to go back out there.
But we've got to find...
What was that?
Chris?
No.
Jill, go and investigate.
I'm going with her. Chris and I go back a long way.
Alrighty, Barry.
All right.
Let's go then.
You two go. I'll secure this area.
Apologies.
Stay sharp.
I'm still getting over the last of a cough. It's mostly gone now. But, you know. Right, do we have control? We will in a second. So yeah, one of the people who stopped by my
dining
channel
room.
recommended at the end of Resident Evil. Right, let me just adjust to the good old tank controls. Square button, that's good. Yep. So somebody who stops by my channel
I think you'd better take a look at this.
recommended
What is it?
that I play Resident Evil Remake. So here it is.
Blood.
Sorry.
Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Let's just hope it's not Chris's.
So yeah, we are going to make some good progress on this. And I've finished Resident Evil Remake lots of times. I finished it, I think, once as Chris, no, possibly more, twice as Chris and 3 times as Jill since it came out. So, you know, I've played this through about 5 times on the standard normal difficulty. So let's move. The iconic scene right here with the zombie, unfortunately eating Kenneth. Let's get out the way, shall we? So yeah, when you guys ask for games, as long as I've got them, I'll do my best to play them for you.
It's a monster!
Let me take care of it! What the hell is this thing?
I found Kenneth killed by this thing. Let's report this to Wesker.
I would say I think it's quite apt. Have you seen the state of it? But yeah, as long as I have a game available to play for you, I am more than happy to play it. And if it's Resident Evil, there is a very, very good chance I own it. At least in some capacity.
Wesker! Jill, help me look for him. But let's not leave this hall.
I mean,
Good idea.
I own practically every single game from the mainline Resident Evil series, and the bulk of the older games on the PS2 as well. I even have PS1 copies of all the original survival horror games. You know, especially Resident Evil 2 and 3. So we'll head back to Barry now. I find it wonderful how they managed to remaster this game so well.
Barry.
Any luck, Jill?
No, nothing. What's going on around here? I can't figure it out.
Same here.
Chris and now Wesker.
There's not much we can do. We can search for him separately. I'll investigate the dining room again.
Okay then, I'll try the door on the other side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could easily get lost.
Yes, you
Start from
could.
the first floor.
Okay.
Oh, I almost forgot. It's a lockpick.
You,
You'd
the
make
master of
better use of it.
unlocking, should make use of it. Yeah.
Thanks. I may need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. Got it?
Okay.
I really do miss Barry's campy voice acting. I think you, the master of unlocking, should make better use of it. And my personal favourite is, of course, Chris is our old partner, you know. But, of course, nothing beats a second late when you would have been a Jill sandwich. Fantastic voice acting from a bygone era. Now, when the original game came out, we need the sword key to get in here. Yes. So we can't get that just yet. We'll come back there later because the sword key isn't there. I don't need the map out of that vase because I have it memorized essentially. So, in order to get the sword key, we'll have to go up here. But yeah, when the original Resident Evil came out, I was far too young to play it. Like, I was way too young to play that game. Yep, we need the sword key to get in there as well. Which means... let me get my bearings. We're going to have to go back through that hallway with the zombie, aren't we? Yes, we are. Yeah, when the original games came out, the start of the survival horror games, as it were, 1, 2, and 3, I was too young to play them. But then, it's a strange one because I started with Resident Evil 4, and then essentially after playing Resident Evil 4, I went backwards. Yep, it's over there. The auto aim is snapping onto it. So we'll stay out of his way. He's holding something. It's the film that belonged to Kenneth. I need a video played to see what's recorded on it. Alright, that's fine. He doesn't carry any additional ammo in the remake version. So yes, I started with 4 and then went backwards and played all of the originals. I believe there's ammo there. Yes, there is. I'm trying to think of what order I played them in. I think I played them 4, then 2, then... these will all do well in storage, I'm sure. So we'll take them both. Yes, I played Resident Evil 4, then 2, then 3, then I believe I played 1. Or I played the remake of 1. And the first time I played the original Resident Evil 1, I think it was Resident Evil Deadly Silence, the Nintendo DS port. So we'll start by picking up the gold arrow. Thank you, I know how to use those. Yep, that's locked. But we can open that one from that side. And then obviously, after playing the original games, I went on to 5 and 6, which, let's be honest, 5 and 6 were polarizing games, weren't they? They were either loved or hated. There was not much of a middle ground as far as 5 and 6 were concerned. It's good to be back on this game. I don't recall playing it since last year, so this will be my first run through of the game since last year. Right. The arrowhead looks like it can be removed. There we go. Very good. The arrowhead is made from peridot, sometimes referred to as a poor man's emerald. I'm very happy to have read that fact. Alright. Preferably before that zombie catches up with us. That should stop it for a moment at least. Alright. Let's get the Book of Curses. Fantastic. And we'll read it too. Just on a side note as well, I am playing this game at 2 o'clock in the morning. Book of Curses. The 4 masks. A mask that speaks no evil, a mask that smells no evil, a mask that sees no evil, and a mask that cannot speak, smell, or see evil. When all 4 fall into place, evil will awaken. So yeah, I'm playing this game at 2 o'clock in the morning, in the dark, as I believe you should play it. Because I have drank a lot of soda, fizzy drinks, and caffeine, so I am admittedly kind of wired at this late hour. I believe, yep, we are out of ammunition. Let's just reload and try and not use any more. What better time to play Resident Evil than the early hours of the morning, in the dark, on a big TV? I can't think of any other way I'd rather play this game, to be honest. And one thing you may notice is that while my gameplay of the more shooter-focused Resident Evil games can get a little bit chaotic, I'm usually on point when it comes to the traditional survival horror entries. I am very, very well adjusted to playing them. Right. Now that means that we won't be able to go back through here again. At least not in the reverse direction. Because if we do, the dogs will break through the windows, and there will be a bit of a hassle for us. Extra handgun ammo. I might make this my early morning playthrough, you know? Whereas I typically played all of my other games and Resident Evil sort of like early evening time. Well, late afternoon to early evening time, depending on what I'm recording. I am more than happy to play this game, well, late at night, early in the morning, however you want to call it. That was stupid of me, but we're gonna have to get rid of that guy. Okay. It's easier to get rid of the ones in tight corridors, or perhaps more effective to do so. We are going to need this canteen. Special instructions for the disposal of dead bodies. We have information regarding those beings. They may appear to be dead, but in fact they are able to come back to life. However, there are ways to prevent them from becoming active again. Currently there are 2 known methods to cease their resurrection. 1, incineration. 2, destruction of the head. If further methods are discovered, you will be notified immediately. Meanwhile, to those of you who still have the will to live, oil has been placed on the first floor of the mansion. Take as much as you need. You'll need something to light it with, which you'll need to find by yourself. Excuse me while I clear my throat. I feel the remnants of the cough coming back to plague me. Better. Let's get back to it, shall we? Okay. Let's offload some of this equipment. We're not going to need it all. What do we already have in there? Do we have an F8 spray and ink ribbons already in there? Well, we might... We're going to need... Get rid of the knife. It sadly doesn't serve much of a purpose. We will not save yet. But we will put that green herb away. Save that for later. And I would say that's looking good. Fill the canteen with kerosene. And we'll continue. Yeah, he's down, but he's not likely going to stay down forever. Yes. Decap shot. Oh dear. Well, one of them is down at least. Both of them are. So we have 2 zombies that we'd have to get rid of in here potentially. We'll incinerate one of them and save the other. You unlocked it. That leads into the corridor with the wooden board for the fireplace. Yes, that's right. I'm just mapping out in my head where I need to go. Right. There's the lighter in here, so we can start disposing of zombies. We need a dog whistle. A crumpled memo. Today Sir Spencer told me to hide something where no one could find it. Well, I had this idea. I figured if I could somehow have it protected by a dangerous animal, like the vicious canine that lives here, no one would be able to get near it. As far as I can tell, the mutt is always hanging around the 2nd floor balcony on the west side of the terrace, and he ought to come running at the sound of a dog whistle. This is where you come in. The thing is, I reckon You're the only person that can get near the damn dog without risking a serious mauling. Which means you can put this collar on him. The object that Sir Spencer wants hidden is concealed inside. You're the only person I can trust with this. Of course, you'll get something out of it as well. Remember that certain item you always wanted to get hold of? Well, in exchange for your services, I just might be able to get it for you. This could work out well for both of us. John Tolman. There should be some more handgun ammo in here. Yep, there it is. And we're also going to need the lighter, which is also in here. Yep. Yep, that leads back out there. So we'll start by getting rid of... Well, I'm stood over him. Sorry, we have to select the canteen, not the lighter. I can deal with one Crimson Head in a room, not two. So we'll get rid of him. Typically speaking, one Crimson Head is reasonable, two is a problem. Especially in Claire's run. Oh, Claire, sorry. Wrong Resident Evil game. Yeah, I'll wait for him to come around the corner. Especially in... Sorry, my cough is coming back to bother me again. Oh dear. Especially in Jill's run, where she has less health. Crimson Heads can be very, very dangerous. We're going to need the shield key to get into there, I believe. Or is it the armor key? Yes, it's the armor key. Nothing here but knickknacks. Get all of these doors unlocked, then we won't have to worry. We'll play up to the point where we have the first couple of death masks, and then I think we'll call it a day. Yep. That looks about right. So we can get out of this door with the sword key. No, we can't. We have to go through the other side. I do apologise. Minor clerical error there. That's the wrong door. Sorry, it's the next one along. There are a couple of bits and pieces we'll have to pick up. I thought we would have opened up nearly every sword key door by now. One moment. Excuse me. Cough again. It's really bothering me. Oh, it's weird. It's barely been bothering me for days. Like, it's practically gone at this stage. Is that the one with the acid reflux? I think it is, you know. How are we looking for ammo? Wrong button. I think that is the one with the acid reflux. Instead of the grab. Let me go around the other side. I know that we have to get the dog whistle from here, but I'm not doing it until we have the shotgun. So, for now, we will loop back around. We will avoid that zombie because he spits acid instead of grabs. So, it's quite alright for us to ignore him, at least for the moment. Then we can get in here with the lockpick. Broken shotgun. That's fine and dandy. There's a canteen to refill the kerosene with. More ink ribbons. Lovely. So we'll head back the way we came, and we'll get the shotgun. Then we will use the shotgun to get rid of the dog, because sometimes the dogs are very, very quick in this. He grabbed. I was not expecting that. Get off, get off. Oof. That's probably got me on danger. Heavy caution. So it's probably going to be safer, I would imagine, to loop around. We'll go back through this way. We'll use one of the heals that's on the balcony here. There's only enough for 3 heals. We'll use one. We're going to have to be careful now, because while Chris does have a smaller inventory, he is tougher, and he also gets more healing because Rebecca is helping him. Whereas Jill is a lot more fragile and has a lot more limited healing opportunities because she has Barry helping her. And yes, while he does come out and help her on a regular basis, he helps her with essentially getting her out of difficult situations and also providing ammo every now and again, as opposed to, you know, actually healing her. So I'm just trying to think about the direction we need to go in order to get the shotgun. Give me a moment with that. Let me just look at the map. Yeah, it's that way, because the item box and typewriter's that way. And there. The way to not trigger the dogs in this room is to make sure that on every single occasion you go through that room counterclockwise. Oh, sorry, no, that's the wrong way around. That's the way you don't want to go into it. You go into that room clockwise. Because the dogs will only come through the door. Sorry, I was thinking about the door that I was stood in front of a moment ago. And yeah, then I said door. The only way the dogs will come through the windows is if you ever loop back through that room counterclockwise, aka you go back on yourself. As long as you keep going through that door in a clockwise motion from the kind of that main hallway bit with the statue going back through here, they will never trigger. So I'm over encumbered with items. Probably going to be best to put a couple of things away first. To be fair, now that we have the shotgun, or we're going to in a second, I believe that it might be okay to put that handgun ammo away. But yeah, we'll keep going until we have the first couple of death masks, and then we'll call it a break. Or we'll call a break, sorry, because I don't like my parts to be any longer than an hour, essentially. It could be very poor positioning leaving this guy here. But we'll be okay for now. Right, we'll put the handgun ammo away. And that should do the trick nicely. So many ink ribbons. We'll save once we have the first couple of death masks. Part of me feels very, very nervous leaving that guy there. We'll get rid of him. The doorknob looks like it's ready to fall apart. Go through anywhere. And yes, I'm aware that doing this will make that other zombie more than likely follow us through into the room in future, but I'm willing to risk it for now, purely because we need the shotgun. I mean, we don't need the shotgun, but I find it much easier to deal with the dogs in this game using that as opposed to the handgun, because the handgun might knock them back, but it doesn't always stun them. So they could get up close, take a couple of hits to stun or knock back, and in that time they could bite you, and it will do a lot of damage. So I'd rather avoid that. I mean, technically, we don't even need the broken shotgun in this run to get it. The main, you know, get the, or yeah, the working shotgun, because Barry will come and help us if we don't put the broken shotgun where the other one was. No, we can't go back the way we came, because that will trigger the dogs. Right. Now then. Yeah, that's right. So we can go through here. Yeah, I will stop once I think... No, 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 no. We'll avoid him and go the long way around. Yeah, I will stop when we have the first 2 death masks. And then... after that, I will... probably... pick up a bit later on. And get the other 2. So that we can, well, essentially leave the mansion. Well, at least for the first time. Is this guy gonna bite again? No. Even though we didn't need to go that way. As long as he's on the stairs, I don't think he can grab you. So... that's the way we needed to go. Sorry, I went the wrong way. We need to get the dog. You blew the dog whistle. See, it still got me. It didn't stun very easily, even with... Get off! It just one-shotted me. Well... It looks like we're starting again, doesn't it? Oh dear. I have never had that happen before. Alright. Alright, fine.
Resident Evil.
Fine if you insist. I've never had a dog take me out in one hit like that. And you saw it. It didn't even stun at the shotgun blast and just jumped on me. Oh, wow. We'll do this again. I don't care. I couldn't shake it off.
Alpha team is
And
flying around the
I was
forest
mashing
zone
buttons
situated
and
in northwest
I was mashing buttons and jiggling the analog sticks and it didn't do anything. I just didn't get it off and it just took me out in one hit.
There are only 3 STARS members left.
Yeah. Yeah. We've been through here once before. I can't, but seriously, I've never had a dog kill me in one hit from full health before.
I think you...
Yep. We'll skip all the cutscenes leading up to the point where we were before. And we'll just be as quick as we can in terms of getting hold of things. I mean, we should, as long as I'm fast and don't mess around, be able to get back where we were very quickly. In theory. Yeah. I don't know why I couldn't get that dog off. I was mashing buttons and I was jiggling both the analog sticks and it just didn't do anything. It's bizarre. Yep, okay.
Thanks. I may need it.
Listen.
Alright. So first step, arrowhead, then arrow key. Arrow key. Arrowhead. Yep. They are both locked. Just wanted to grab that defensive item. Yep. Arrowhead. Why did I say arrow key a second ago? Arrowhead, then sword key. Then we'll quickly grab the shotgun, and we'll do it the quick way as well. Like, we'll have Barry help us. Just to make it faster. We'll go through, grab the dog whistle, loop back around, then we'll get the next key, and we'll save. And I'll call it the end of the first part. Because after that, I was not... I was genuinely surprised that that dog managed to take us out like that. Which is why I'm going to be ridiculously careful from now on. In terms of not allowing them... Well, not allowing myself to be caught around a dog without a defensive item at least. Grab everything. I might try and keep going until we have the first death mask, and then I'll stop. Should be able to speed through. Oh dear, I think I might have aggroed him. Let's not screw around after that. Okay. We'll loop back around. Have we got 2 inventory slots? Well, no. But we... will in a second. Sword key. Apologies. I'm very sorry. That just came out of nowhere. What in the world was that? That was ridiculous. I must have pumped about 9 rounds into him. And he's getting back up again. The RNG gods don't favour me tonight. That much is clear. That much must be very, very clear. Right, grab the Book of Curses again. So, for the record, it just took me 12 rounds to down that singular zombie. 12. Wow, this first run is ending up far more chaotic than I thought it would. Trust me, after what happened a moment ago, we are going to make sure we have defensive items at all times. At all times. No middle ground. Good, we can grab the shotgun straight out the gate here. Which we're going to have to do after what happened earlier. I prefer not to trigger this cutscene here, because I believe if you don't trigger this cutscene here, then Barry will be somewhere else to help you in the mansion later, or speak to you later. Would you look at that?
Oh God, what did I do now? Wesker! Barry! Help!
Jill! You in there?
Barry? Get me out of here! The door's jammed!
Stand back! Grab my hand!
Oh God. Oh my good lord. That's one way to leave the room. Youch.
Barry,
was a close one. A second late, you would have fit nicely into a sandwich.
Really? Thanks. But Barry, didn't you say you were going back to the dining room to find other clues? I'm glad and all, but why are you here?
I just had something I wanted to check. Anyway, we should get back to searching for Wesker and Chris.
Thanks, Barry. I owe you one.
Don't mention it.
He's got an achievement. What a great guy. That's true. Barry is a great guy. An awesome dad. A cool member of STARS. And the inventor of a legendary sandwich. Right. Decap. Perfect. The timing couldn't have been